Great start. Okay, good one. Guess we'll go back and do that again. I'm not saying you guys are angry teenagers. Capullo 97. I'm just saying there are angry teenagers on Twitch. Ah! Capullo 97. Thank you for the subscription. Wait, okay, we got to step on something. Oh my god! So there's a puzzle in here. That was not the right way to handle that. I know. I see there's tiles on the floor. Okay. Give us a moment here. I actually believe, and I've said this before, you kind of get what you give on Twitch. You know, there's lots of great stuff on Twitch, there's lots of kind of shitty stuff on Twitch. Attitude-wise, I think to some extent, you get out what you put in. We try to keep things, you know, light and funny, and I think we get a lot of light and funny stuff in chat. When people say, like, man, NL's chat is, like, poison, I'm like, yeah, like, go watch, like, the average huge Twitch stream, and it is actually, like, hell. Our stream, sometimes chat is unusable because of the fact that it's moving too fast. But it's, for the most part, it's fairly, you know, positive. I think, at least. And I think it's, you know, partly because you guys are a little bit more mature, and partly because, you know, we on the stream have that attitude. Sometimes we do get a little gross, though. That's Darude. Thank you. Hey! Thank you as well for the subscription. Okay. Ohm records are good symbols. There's no. Is this the terminus? What's going on? Oh! Jesus Christ! Not a smart idea. Pull the chain. Oh, there's a chain on the pillar. Why didn't you say so? It's not a safe way to architect a building here. I mean, this looks like some shit straight out of Prometheus. I'm not down with the H.R. Geiger skit. Shit, it scares me. Carrying too much to be able to run. Probably not good timing for that, huh? Well, like people said, why don't you just put like one of those double-handed bullshits you're never going to use in here? Alright. Alright, it's a puzzle. Prometheus was actually inspired by this temple? I'd be surprised. What about this thing on the ground? Do you touch that? No. Bleed on it? Kiss it? Cut its nose off? Madness is the fate that is a cut out of me. Come on, get down with the sick. Wait a couple hours? Are you serious? Do you have any good book recommendations? What are your thoughts on Moby Dick? I honestly, I don't have any good book recommendations. I'm not as much of an avid reader as I should be.
Remarkably well preserved. Here's the blood seal. Another lost Octavia arts. No doubt it's triggered by, well, blood. Your blood, Dragonborn.
Yeah, I bet. How about your blood, old man?
You see how the ancient blades revered Reman Cyrodiil?
Yo, we're looking pretty boss, you got to admit.
It's coming to life.
What are your thoughts on Moby Dick? I haven't read it, so I don't have an opinion necessarily. I've heard it's great. Wasn't it like Moby Dick when it came out was somewhat popular, but it only became seriously popular after a war, and then it became like allegorical or something as true genius was revealed or something? I mean, I'm into books. One thing that really irks me, and it's not like my pet peeve or like, I hate when people do this, you won't believe what number 1 is. But I hate when people are like, proud of not reading. Like, you don't have to be ashamed of not reading, but I hate when people are like, why would I read books anymore? We're in the era of digital media. I'm like, yo, this is people, you can gain insight. It's time travel. You can gain insight into a world that you will never have the chance to live in. And you can put yourself in the minds and hearts and the spirits of, like, the people from that era. I'd rather just watch Narcos. Like, I don't have anything against Narcos. I'm just saying, like, don't be proud of not reading. You know, being learned and acting intelligent is something to be proud of, man. All right, I give up. You want to wait for these people to get here and tell us what these hieroglyphics mean? Yo, get the lead out, man. Avi Jeets. Thank you as well for the subscription. You asked about doing a meetup in the Vancouver area. I'm going to start this off right by the top. I'll say, if you ever see me, don't hesitate to say hello. I was coming back from downtown this week, and nice young man by the name of Winston standing next to me on the SkyTrain. He says, I think this is a weird question, but are you Northernlion? And I was like, heck yeah, I am. We had a little conversation. I got off the SkyTrain, aka our light rail transit. It was good. But am I going to do a meetup? Probably not. And my explanation is I like to keep my public life and my private life separated, and I don't consider myself a celebrity, and I'm a little uncomfortable with the idea. That's not to say you should, feel bad for asking or something like that, but I like to, stream, do YouTube stuff. I love it, but and then just kind of live my life, But if you see me, please don't hesitate to say hello, and we'll have a little chat or something. But as for like renting a place and doing like a meetup for the sole purpose of like celebrating myself, the idea makes me somewhat uncomfortable, to be honest with you. I don't even like being at like my own birthday party. People are like, I got you a gift. I'm like, oh, don't do that. I don't like it. It makes me uncomfortable.
Presumably something rather specific to that. Or even
These guys are giving us some exposition about like the actual story.
Where they recorded all the news of old men.
So we're looking for
How tall was he? He was like, 175 centimeters, 5'10", 5'10 and a half maybe. Oh my god, we got the shout that can knock dragons out of the sky.
You're probably right. I was hoping to avoid having to involve
My Twitch chat is broken.
It seems we have no
One sec.
choice.
One sec. Close it.
If they
Reopen it. Hey, Albino Bear, thank you very much for the resubscription. Oh, my just Twitch dashboard crashed. That's been happening a lot more, actually. I think since Twitch has been trying to roll out like the HTML5 player or something. 175 centimeters is not 5'10". No, 175 centimeters is not 6'2". 105 centimeters to feet. It's 5.7 feet, which is not 5'7" inches. That's literally 5'9", you jokers. Don't even start with me. Wah! Craft Thigh, thank you as well.
The Greybeards are so afraid of power that they won't
Get the mouse pointer off the screen there. Thought you guys measured height in Imperial up there. I'm trying to be the change I want to see in the world and using metric, because we use metric for everything else. But all it means is that I have to do translations. Whenever somebody, is from America, like our brother and sister-in-law, And then, you know, they're like, how far is it from here to this place? I'm like, 30 kilometers, which is roughly like 21 miles or something like that. It was actually 24 miles. I can't remember. No, slightly less.
I was afraid you were going to say that. I guess there's nothing for it. We'll have to ask the Greybeards for help. I hope to avoid involving them in this, but we have no other choice.
When NL has to look up a fact on Google, you know you messed up. This is why you bring your questions to me, because if I don't know, I try not to bullshit. I understand, you know, the evidence, and I'll look it up. If Kate comes to me with a question and I don't know, I say look it up. If I know, I tell her, but I try not to bullshit. I have great respect for the sanctity of knowledge.
Look here, in the third map.
Alright.
The prophecy which brought the Akaviri to Tamriel in the first place, in search of the Dragonborn. Here are the Akaviri, the Blades.
Can we talk about how powerful Dan's son is going to be with the name Desmond Daniel Giesling? He's gonna become like a hardcore rapper, man. DDG! Dan had a son. Yes, he did. He had a son yesterday. That's crazy, right? NL, since you are Canadian, are you more French or British? I was from not the French-speaking part of Canada, so I'm definitely more British. But, like, beyond that, people are always like, what's your ancestry? And I'm like, Canadian. And then they're like, no, but, like, where are your grandparents from? And I'm like, Canada. And they're like, where are your great-grandparents from? I'm like, oh, Canada. And they're like, okay, what about, like, where was your blood originally, you know, formed in the fires of conception? And I'm like, well, like 5 generations back, I had one British great-grandparent. And they're like, okay, so you're British. Why didn't you just say it? But we're actually, like, I have, like, the most pure Canadian DNA as basically possible to have. All I'm saying is if there's ever a race war, people are going to hold me up as, like, a level of Canadian purity. You're lucky the Canadians are largely a non-violent race, and we're okay with, you know, everything. But if it ever happens, they're going to be like, damn, that dude has, like, 100% Canadian blood coursing through his veins. Will you be the figurehead of our movement? And I'll be like, no, I'm not going to be the figurehead of your movement because it's based on bigotry and ignorance. Oh, it says, no, you're not Aboriginal. Okay, you have a great point. I didn't mean to be insensitive there. My mistake. Not to be a jerk, but look at your French-Canadian family name. It's true, but, like, that's in the distant past. Like, it's not a French-Canadian name. I'm pretty sure it actually comes from, can't fast travel and there's enemies nearby. I'm pretty sure it comes from, like, actual France. And then, at some point in my distant past, obviously, there was some French intermarrying. NL, how do you feel about Justin Trudeau's awkward handshake? Regardless of whether or not I agree with our Prime Minister, I look around the world right now and I'm like, thank God we are spared of the insanity that's going on in Europe, the absurdity of the American election right now, and that's not even like a political opinion. It's just, I'm glad that we're like on stable ground. Everything's thrown up in the air in other parts of the world, some other parts of the world right now. In Canada right now, I'm like, okay, we got who we got. Let's roll with it for a little while. It's a good time, you know? Let's just focus on working right now. And then, you know, in 4 years, we'll all be at each other's throats when the election happens again. But for now, let's just enjoy it.
Wind guide you.
Yeah, wind guide you as well. I need to learn, I need to shout this dude down.
Did you learn of that? Who have you been talking to?
Does it matter?
Yes. For matters of such gravity, we need to...
Hey, Arngeir, how about I shout you off this fucking cliff? Teach me how to da. Thoughts on Ottawa as a place to live? What are you looking for? Ottawa has small town charm with a little bit of a big city vibe. Fairly tiny, I mean, it's only like 200,000 people, but it's got a genuine downtown, nice culture, close to Quebec, international airport. I like Ottawa quite a lot. You're going to have a real winter in Ottawa, but still.
If you wish to stand alone, so be it. If you wish for our help, you will answer my question.
Wow.
Where did you learn of a shout used to defeat Alduin?
All right. It was on Alduin's wall.
The Blades, of course. They specialize in meddling in matters they barely understand.
Genuine downtown? I live here and that's nonsense. I mean, it doesn't have a downtown of like a Toronto, but what I mean is that there is a district where you can go and walk to stores as opposed to having to drive everywhere. And now, what's the capital of Wisconsin? Oh, I fucking knew it. I knew it when I was programming Capitals quiz. It's not Green Bay. It starts with an L. Wisconsin starts with an L. I can't remember. The Blades just want to defeat... I'm not their puppet.
No, of course not. Forgive me, Dragonborn. I have been intemperate with you. But heed my warning. The Blades may say they...
We got him, he doesn't know. Yeah, you got... I don't know the capital of Wisconsin, I forgot. Can you teach me this shout? Yeah. NL, what should I expect when I move to... It's Madison. Dang it, I knew it started with something close to an L.
Dragonrend.
What should I expect when I move to Vancouver in 2 months? You will not be able to have a conversation with somebody without it revolving around the cost of real estate in the city. That's what you should expect when you move to Vancouver in 2 months. That and, like, the most beautiful weather on planet Earth, as long as you're okay with rain. But, it doesn't even rain that much. It's capital of Oklahoma's Oklahoma City, dog. Don't even start with me. If the shout is lost, how can I defeat Alduin, though?
Only Paarthurnax.
Oh, only Paarthurnax, the master of our order, can answer that question. You're gonna have to fast travel back to Riften, where he lives in a fucking cave.
You weren't ready. You still aren't ready. But, thanks to the Blades, you now have questions that only Paarthurnax can answer.
Alright, why haven't I met Paarthurnax yet?
He lives in seclusion on the very peak of the mountain. He speaks to us only rarely, and never to outsiders. Being allowed to see him is a great privilege.
Alright, how do I get to the top of the mountain to see him?
Those whose voice is strong.
Oh, just teach me.
We will teach you a
It's capital of Montana? It's fucking Billings. Don't come to me with these third-grade questions. Is Vancouver a jungle like Toronto? What does that mean? It has some uncomfortable connotations if I'm just making assumptions on it. Do you mean, like, is it humid? It's not that humid here, despite being, like, close to the ocean. I can't imagine having to pay a provincial sales tax. I was actually blown away when I looked into Washington State, and they're like, in Washington State, we don't pay state-level income tax, but we do have a high sales tax. And then you go, okay, what's the sales tax? 7%. That's so low, man. We pay 13% sales tax here. And that's actually a diminishment. It used to be 15. It actually is Helena. God damn it. Dude, take forever with the walking here. Oh, it's still 15 in Toronto. We pay 7 here, and we still have income tax. Well, in Seattle, or, well, in Washington State, you still pay federal level income tax, you just don't pay state. Which is still, like, that's a great deal, obviously, but... Unless you have an extra 15 minutes, I wouldn't talk to Paarthurnax today. I'll probably do it anyway, just to... Today's stream, from a content, like, Skyrim-based perspective, was just a, like, complete fuck-up. It was a misfire, so an extra 15 minutes does not bother me. Dutch sales tax is 21%. I mean, that's high. I'm with you. Learn clear the skies. Okay. Yep, you did it. There it is. Fools roll down, fools roll down, fools roll down, fools roll down, fools roll down. Okay, I got it.
The words, I will grant you my understanding of clear skies.
I guess I did it.
Your final gift from us, Dragonborn. Use it well.
This is your final gift from us. You've only given me like 2 gifts. I mean, that's like, don't act like it's like the 100th gift you've given me. It's a little presumptuous. Okay, so we'll favorite fast healing so people stop yelling at me. Then clear skies. And then you go clear skies, and then you go like this, and come up here. It'll blow away the mist, but only for a time. We've done it. Oh, we're in the mist! Well, this is complicated, man. What does the Susudio mean? It means that there's a girl that's been on my mind all of the time. Susudio? What's your take on French-speaking Canadians? Live and let live, man. What's going on in the top right there? Is that some Sky UI stuff I've never seen before? What the hell? You think I want to fight a mana worm here? Fight enough of those in Hearthstone. I think we're all burned out on capitals. How about naming X cities in state/country Y? I mean, if people agree that they want to see it, it sounds a little dry to me, but if that's what people want, then people can get what they want. Excuse me, can I shout, let it all out, please? Watch out for the mist. How does this mountain goat survive up here? It's a ladder goat. I do not fear you. Name a city in Illinois that's not Chicago. The capital of Illinois is not Chicago. It's like Peoria or something. Can't remember. Now jump off the mountain. Solid ladder goat reference. Mountain goats are OP. I mean, you know, No Children's a pretty great song. I don't know if it's overpowered. Which state is Kansas City in? It's actually in both Kansas and Missouri, as the Magnetic Field song Long Vermont Roads has taught me. Springfield, that's it. Fun times in Springfield again, still Springfield. Come on down to Springfield town, everyone. Under construction since 1868. I guess my dude just threw up on himself. Guys, we're just dying here? Throat of the world discovered. This is a good dragon, right? It's got to be a good dragon. Yeah, he's got a quest marker.
Greetings, Wunderneek.
Tomo, what's wrong, buddy? And Al, have you ever been to Minnesota? I have not.
What brings you to my Strunmach, my mountain?
I think you already know who I am.
Yes, Vaza. You speak true, Dovahkiin. Forgive me. It has been long since I held Tinvak with a stranger. I gave in to the temptation to prolong our speech.
Okay. Why live alone on a mountain if you love conversation?
Evenar Balok. There are many hungers it is better to deny than to feed.
I believe that.
Drechni Nakib. Discipline against the lesser aids in Kachnar.
This guy totally edges. That's what he's saying. He jerks off every day, but he hasn't come in months.
Why do you come here, Volan? Why do you intrude on my meditation? Drem.
NL, how do you feel about the fact that the Edmonton Oilers are going to win the 2016-2017 season? It's not possible. Well, I mean, it's literally possible. The Oilers, they can't get that good that fast. I think that they will be a lot better next year, but winning the Stanley Cup, I don't think so. But they have made themselves much better. To be honest with you, I thought those were his eyes until I backed up a little bit. Wait, those are his eyes. No, wait, that's the nostrils. His eyes are on the side here, I see. There it is. What about them Canucks? I'm happy we signed Louis Eriksson, because it means that hopefully our first line at least will be like watchable next year. But we will probably still be garbage next year, yes. Are you mad Lucic chose Edmonton over Vancouver? Honestly, most of the Vancouver Canucks fans that I know didn't really want to see Lucic sign here, especially for a long term. So it's kind of easy come, easy go. Okay, use the fire breath shout on Paarthurnax. If you say so, dude. I mean, like, you're really bringing this upon yourself, but if you feel like this will be productive, then by all means.
Why do you delay? Yes. Sosedo Vlostmul. The dragon blood runs strong in you. It is long since
Canucks seriously need to tank, but Benning, well, I'm not going to call him a monkey. That's like a little diminutive for a person, but,
so you have made
oh, I guess see you later, Paarthurnax. I mean, we're still going to suck next year. Like, we're going to be trash. So, I think he's doing a fine job of letting us tank. We did come in third last year. Looks like Team Paarthurnax is blasting off again! I'm a little confused about what's going on here. How did you know I came for the Dragonrend? Void Gate, thank you for the subscription. I can't hear you, dude. Yeah, sure. You can't comprehend the concepts, etc., etc. Drem, all in good time. Why do you want to learn this? I need to stop Alduin. Sure, yeah, whatever. Why must you stop Alduin? Prophecy says only the Dragonborn can stop him. Alright, cool. I don't believe in Destiny, but I will stop Alduin. I don't know, dude. I never thought about it. How's the weather up there? Oh, okay. He's in the Dragonrend shout. Yeah, okay, sure. Dude, just hook me up. Hey, we completed the quest. Where can I find the Elder Scroll? Please. You are likely better informed than I. I doubt this. Okay, oh my god. Fucking, what? Jesus Christ. I would like to point out that I did say, hey, you sure you want me to use this fucking breath on you? And then I used the breath on him and he flew away forever. Okay, see you in hell. Yo, Paarthurnax, what the fuck, dude? This is no way to have a conversation, man. You really don't remember any of the conversation that we just had? Yeah, Lokthum, whatever. Alright, that was scary. Tell you what, we'll save. And then you can just go off the top of the mountain. Just gotta go right, then left. Just gotta go right, then left. Okay, we slipping. Never let me slip, because if I slip, then I'm slipping. If I got my Nina on, you know I'm straight tripping. This made up for the bullshit in the first hour. I appreciate that. I'm glad to hear that. This is going to be a tough one to live through. I'm just going to be honest with you about that. Yo, ay! Okay. Understandable. Well, it wasn't quite 15 minutes, but that seems like a convenient stopping point for now. Once we load back in, let me do a genuine save. Don't want to start a new quest here. And I'll put on the overlay. Don't give me the F for respect. That did not deserve respect. Anyway, thanks for watching the Northernlion Live Super Sunday subscribers stream.